Okay. This is a challenging one, but I've done a few of these lately. We'll see if I can make this one come up looking nice. Right, we're going to do something interesting with this one. Hopefully it'll look nice. It's going to be made into a native, and we're going to give it a background colour. Going to give it a hot colour, either red or maybe orange would look good, but orange tends to come up wishy-washy. So we're going to chuck in, I'm just thinking, magenta. Will magenta look good? I wonder if we're going to have any need for a background colour. Probably not. So we're just going to add a bit of contrast, fair amount. Hue, what are we going to do with the hue? The hue is going to cool it down, not cold, but close to cold, fairly close. Here we go. Right. Okay, what do we got? We got here. Yep, an empty sun-kissed can. Yeah, this is quite nice. I think it tastes a bit better than Fanta for some reason. It seems to be less well known as Fanta. I think Fanta is a part of the Coca-Cola, whereas this I think is to do with PepsiCo, which seems to run a constant second to Coca-Cola. I don't drink either of these things very often, whether it be Coke or Pepsi, so I don't drink much soft drink. I thought I'd do some soft drink demos, or also soft drink's good when you're having salty chips like KFC. So it's good to quench your thirst while you're enjoying a packet of chips. But anyway, that looks quite nice colour-wise, but we didn't get it nicely in the middle like we wanted to. Still looks quite nice. That looks really good. So we've got the colours right. We've done a good job of the colours. We just have to make the roll a little bit better, we want it mainly in the centre, not away from the centre. So we're just going to roll it again and see how we go. So let's see how that worked. That looks like a good roll. It appears to have worked. But this would be good if I can make it come off really bright. Really, if I can do a really good roly-poly, this would be brilliant. And yes, it's not perfect in some ways, but I like it in a way because it shows the word sun-kissed twice, and this one turned up nice, and this one turned up a bit wishy-washy, but I'm wondering if we're going to do anything more with it. Maybe we could enlarge it, do something to it, or maybe, I don't know what we're going to do, whether we're going to call it quits. Right, we'll just put it in the recycle pile, so we're not going to do any more, I don't think. Wondering what we can do to this, if we can make this look, if we can enlarge a section of it. So we're just going to play with the buttons, and we're going to try and see how big this nice part is. I think this nice part falls pretty well close within the A5 area. So we're just going to, what are we going to do? We're going to line this up with the edge like that. We don't have to be exact, but we're going to try and make it look accurate. So we're just going to play with the buttons again. I don't know whether this is going to work or if it's going to backfire, but we're just going to try and line this up nicely, and we're going to hopefully make it look even better. We're going to emphasize the best part of the job, hopefully. So we're trying to guesstimate that we're going to have to go, we're just going to make a guesstimate, guys. Sometimes my intuition does work well when it comes to guessing things like this. Let's hope so. So now we're just going to do some more settings. I'm hoping we're going to get the sweet spot of this image. So we're just going to kill off the magenta. So we're going to kill it off. And we're just going to try this. We're just going to leave. We're not going to bother with the rest of the colour settings. We're just going to use what we've got, and we're just going to see if we can make this look even better than what it is. It's not the greatest roly-poly, but at least we got the best part of the image, or the sweet spot. So that looks quite nice. It looks like it looks quite nice, but we're going to have to do some more work because we've lost all that lovely detail. That looks good. So I think we got the right part. We're in the middle, so it looks like my punt has paid off. So now we're just going to go and we're just going to do some work on it to make it look less contrasty. I think it's too contrasty. So we're just going to do some work on it. So the contrast is too high now. I'm thinking of just putting it in the, maybe lessening the contrast. I think the hue is too cold. We're going to maybe warm it up a bit. The copy density is in the middle, so it's a bit dark. So we're going to maybe give it some lightness, but we're not going all the way light. So let's see now how it looks with our revised settings. I do hope it comes up a treat. I hope we can make this really nice, but it looks like our punt has paid off as it has. It's really good. So that looks a lot better. So that looks, it still doesn't look too good. It looks a bit blah. I think it looks too, it's got some background that could be possibly be removed. It's hard getting a second generation copy looking like the first, but that still looks good. It looks pretty good, but I think it can still be improved upon. So we're just going to grab here and we're just going to go. We're not going to take out too much. We're on the full background setting as it is. So we're just going to actually return it to the center. And maybe, what else are we going to do? Maybe the contrast is a bit too soft. And I do think it should work better now. Let's see how we go. See how we go. But at least we got a good roly-poly out of it. A reasonable one. It's not a shit one as such. But it could always be better. So that looks a little bit less, well, it still looks backgroundy. Wondering if we're going to do that, or maybe we're just going to keep it like this. Maybe a little bit of extra warmth in the hue might help. Maybe a little bit of extra warm. No, we don't want this. We've got this. We might want to maybe warm up the hue. The hue's a bit hot. It's already warm. We're going to make it hot. We're just going to go for broke, so to speak. And we're just going to see if there's anything else that needs to be done. Let's have a look. We're just going to lighten it off a bit, but we can't make this looking... This is not an easy type of original to copy from to get the best results. Let's see how we go. Okay, that looks better. That looks a bit... It still looks... We might have made it a bit too hot, but then on the other hand, you can see some more stuff on this. It looks... I can see a bit more of an uneven reflection there that's a little bit hard to see on the cooler version. I'm just wondering if this is it. This looks like it. It's not perfect. It's not as... But it still looks quite good, and I like this part better, but it's nice to have that as well. So I'm thinking now we can call this roly-poly quits.